Parley, presented by the 60/40 Club. I'm your host, Mia Evans, alongside 15-year NBA veteran and former boxer, Kendall Gill. Our very own Tilo got a chance to visit Team 216 in Cleveland, Ohio, to see what coach-trainer Freddie Wilson had stirring up in the land. Tilo.
Thank you, guys. I'm here in Cleveland, Ohio at Team 216. We got a chance to enter the boxing ring here and the training camp for head coach Fred Wilson and his son, Fred Wilson Jr., and a couple other boxers as well. And let's see what we did. Coach, pleasure to meet you, man.
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to be here talking to you. Thank you.
Well, we're happy to be here. So obviously, we love boxing, and we're looking to spotlight, gyms and people that are in the sport, a sport that we love so dearly. So we came here, and we're so happy to be here. Coach Fred, first up, how did Team 216 come about?
Well, Team 216 came about because of me. I got an amateur background. Early 80s to about 85, I was amateur boxing. I had about 3 bouts. But later on, that's always been my passion, love boxing. So, and I saw kids that was at risk, youth, wayward, doing what they want to do, selling drugs, that sort of thing. So I thought to myself, I said, look, it took a lot of discipline for me. Let me get these kids on the straight and narrow. So, I took them off the street, started this boxing program. That was back in 99. And it's been going strong ever since. We had over 12 national champions on the amateur side.
So, with a city like Cleveland, a major city, boxing is irrelevant in major cities. But here in Cleveland, how did you see the boxing community or its relevancy?
Oh, yeah, it's very relevant. I think Cleveland and Ohio, we got the best boxing corps in the United States. That's what I'm feeling, Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, but that's what I think.
Well, one guy that is very known from Cleveland, Ohio, we all know him as Jake Paul. We saw pictures, actually, as we came in here, pictures of him. He was giving out gloves to some of the kids. Is that right?
Jake Paul giving the kids free gloves. Probably loaded gloves the way he fight, but still.
Fred not gonna tell us.
That's dope. That's dope.
Hey, oh yeah. After his big fight he had in Cleveland, he came first place he stopped was our gym, and I give him a shout out for that. I really appreciate what he did. He brought gloves. He had to be over 40 pair of gloves that he passed out that night to the kids, and it was overwhelming for them to see that, that a celebrity on his status, his caliber, come down to a little gym like this. And he showed love back to Cleveland. So, I got to give that to him. That's big ups.
No, definitely. KG, I know you're in the studio smiling right now as you're watching this interview. Obviously, with boxing gyms, you have boxers, and you have a plethora of boxers, I'm sure from young to maybe older. Talk about what Team 216 and kind of the stable that's here exactly.
Okay. First, I'm going to start off with Fred Wilson Jr.
Yeah, I said I feel invincible. I won't keep going. It's 85 just to walk on.
You being undefeated, I know you were at a lower weight class, but aspiring to obviously to continue to move forward. How's your journey been so far being a pro?
It's been great. Been moving well. Just been fun. Main thing is fun. Doing something you love and have a passion for, you can't help but to love it. I've been boxing pretty much all my life. Started at the age of 8, so almost 20 years in the game. So not a late start, just moving at a little slower pace, but a pace that's just specifically for me. So,
well, who inspires you in boxing, or who do you look up to in the boxing world in this game?
My favorite boxer is cliche, but Ali. But I think more of my style, more reminiscent of Roy Jones. I really liked his style. So,
as you're now 6-0 as a middleweight, what's your goal moving forward?
To step up in competition, start fighting, and break into prospect contender level competition. It's time to elevate and move forward, try to press toward getting titles whether it be a little intercontinental title and eventually to world titles.
How is it working with your dad? We know this relationship in boxing happens often. It's father and son in the corner. There's always a little bit of family things that happen in the corner, or if it's not, it's somebody else. How is it working with your father?
It's rough. Like
It's rough. We'll start there.
he always pushed me to a little step harder to reach my fullest potential. It's also a blessing as well because he knows me better than I know myself, so he knows how to get the best out of me versus someone who doesn't know me or haven't grew up with me.
In 5 years, where do you want to be at on what you're looking at?
I see myself as pound for pound the best 5 years from now. Running the boxing game, doing whatever I want. Someone's like Canelo, how he's one of the top boxers right now. I see myself like that.
Call him Dynamite. Dynamite is 6-0, 2 draws in the pro. He got a fight coming soon. I want you guys to keep your eye on him. He's Dynamite for a reason, all right? And then our last amateur champion is actually a female called her Sweet Baby, Kayla Sweet Baby Huff.
Here with Kayla Huff, amateur boxer here at the Team 216. A lot of people here boxing, and I see you out here killing the game. How do you feel being an amateur boxer, especially being a woman in boxing?
Good. It gives me a lot of advantage to boys, especially the people in general, because people out here nowadays just like to walk all over people and stuff. Not one of them.
You feel like this is an outlet for you in regards to that and that aspect of it, you being a female in the sport?
Definitely.
When it comes to boxing and so forth, who do you look up to in boxing? Who is your favorite boxer, regardless of trainer or boxer, or who do you look up to?
I don't necessarily look up to anybody because I would like to be myself and make my own way through stuff, but I've learned and picked up a lot from Coach and his son, the pro, Fred Jr. That's really him. I don't really look up to people for real. I like to make my own way to people and be somebody for other people to look up to.
This may sound like a dumb question, but you being an amateur, you're looking to become pro, correct?
Yeah.
What's your goals if you do become pro? What do you look to do in the next 5 years or so?
Hopefully, I will be able to help coach, help new kids, and open my own gym, or do something in coaching.
If you had to say you have a certain style in boxing, who would you compare it to?
They like to say Clarissa Shields.
What do you like about Clarissa or her style that you picked up from?
Aggressive. I love aggression. I love it.
You want to do me a favor? Can you tell her not to go to any other sport and stay in boxing?
Stay in boxing, Clarissa.
All right. Well, good luck again, Ms. Huff. Here we'll see what happens in the 216 club as she continues boxing in the amateurs.
She was ranked #1 in the country for her age and weight. She's 16. She was fighting 119, so she was ranked #1 in the country. So we got a good, strong stable of amateur boxers coming up. We had a Golden Glove champion, Jimmy Bland. He almost won the Nationals. He was a couple of fights away from winning the National Golden Glove. So, I mean, we must be doing something right in this town. We got Demarion. Why don't you keep, if you get a chance, look him up. Amateur guy. A couple of more years with me, you'll know him. You'll know him.
For anybody in the area, the Cleveland area, or this area itself, how can they find you, and what exactly do you provide here at this location? What can you help them with?
Well, you can find me on www.brightersideboxing.com. You can find us on Instagram, Team216_boxers. And what I provide for them is a chance to better their life, a chance if they want to pursue the sport, I'm here for them. I'm going to be in the corner for them. I'm here for them if they want to go further in the sport. But I would encourage everybody just to get in here, get that discipline, get that workout. If it's nothing more than that, get a good workout going. I mean, Team 216, y'all, we big in Cleveland.
All right. With that said, we're going to get some action here in the gym, and I'm going to maybe attempt to do some work. Hear that, KG and Mia? Attempt to do some work. We'll see. All right, guys, that's it. I had a blast here at Team 216. Let's see what to expect from this amazing top talent here with Fred Wilson Jr. and all the other boxers we interviewed here at the gym. I'm going to kick it back to you guys in studio.
Well, Kendall, do you have any thoughts?
Yes, Mia, I think that Coach Fred Wilson is doing a wonderful job with Team 216 out there in Cleveland. The boxing there is top flight. He's got everything from pros to amateurs to beginners. You see, love the way that the women are out there punching the bag. The one girl, her hero is Clarissa Shields, who happens to be one of the probably the greatest woman boxer of all time. And I love the way that he instills the discipline, getting the kids off of the street, and that's always great for the community. And also love the way that they have some fresh boxing club gloves given to them by Jake Paul, who I've been chasing for 2 years. Hey, Jake Paul, why don't you bring those boxing gloves to my boxing club? Maybe we can get in the ring together. What do you think? Mia, I really think that this is great that we're able to go out to other boxing clubs in other cities rather than just right here in Chicago. We get a sense of the pulse of what's going on around the country. That's why I hope that we can continue to do this around the country.
Awesome. Thank you, Kendall.
All right.
Don't forget to visit us on all of our social media platforms, including our website, parleyshow.com.
What's up, guys? Tilo from the Parley, Kendall Gill. If you like what you saw, follow, subscribe, visit us on our website, all that stuff. Do it. You know what I'm about to do right now, though?
What's that?
I'm about to go beat your record in 2K. 11 steals. 11
Just
steals.
as long as you do it on 2K.
11 steals. Easy.
As long as you do it on 2K. Just don't do it on the court for real.
When I pull up on a hater, watch a hater fall back. I'm too good with these hands, watch a hater fall flat. If I die, all I know, I'm a fucking legend. It's so great for my city. I'm the realest one that's repping.